Hi, my name is Milan and I will be presenting Community Windshield Survey Assignment for Nurse 496. The community's overview. El Segundo, California 90245 is a higher income area with an estimated median household income in 2015 of just above 90,000. Unemployment rate in 2017 is just 5.1. In Inglewood, California 90301, it is a lower income area and has an estimated median household income in 2015 of about 42,000. Unemployment rate is higher in 2017 than El Segundo at 6.8. Assessment of 90245 El Segundo. So the physical appearance and general appearance, as I was driving around this town, it's small, quiet, clean, and overall adequately funded. It is business friendly. Their mission is to improve social, economic, and environmental well-being by fostering partnerships through education, guidance, and outreach. It is only a 5-minute drive away from the beach. It is in the coastal area with LAX and Manhattan Beach as its boundaries with the Pacific Ocean. The housing median value of owner-occupied housing units between 2011 and 15 is over almost 800,000. Signs of decay and pollution safety. So there is LAX, the Hyperion, as well as Chevron that remain issues of El Segundo as they try to convert these industrial sites to shopping areas and sports centers. Aircraft noise also remains a major issue for residents. So on the bottom left-hand corner is the airport. In the bottom right-hand corner is one of the houses, or many houses look like that in El Segundo and are that big and are close to 1 million. In 90301, when I was driving around Inglewood, I saw it was very disheveled, dirty, and definitely a lower income town. Most areas were not much greenery and mostly dirt. As you can tell by the photo, I found a house in the upper left-hand corner that you could just see some small bushes and then mostly dirt. Below that photo is pavement that I took a picture of. You can see it's cracked. It is a city by LAX airport, about 4 miles away. Median value of owner-occupied housing units between 2011 and 15 is just over 300,000. Signs of decay. Obviously, there's a lot of homeless people, about 11% of the South Bay's unsheltered population. Trash is not cleaned up regularly by the city. As you can see by the lower left-hand picture, the trash is overflowing, and it looks like when I passed by there, that was an old child cart. There's also Sentinel Hospital, which is the only hospital in the area, and that's the upper right-hand corner. There's also the Forum and the Raiders football stadium, which they are making, and that will be shown in the middle right-hand photo. People in 90245 El Segundo area, the total population is just over 17,000. It's mostly Caucasian and whites with 78%. Blacks and African Americans are 2%. American Indian, Native American are less than 1%, so it's 0.4%. Asians are 8.8, Hispanic Latino are 15.7, and mixed are 2.7. So about 95.6% of people over the age of 25 do have a high school degree or higher. 49.3 do have a bachelor's or higher. I did not see any homeless people when I was driving around. The majority of the people I saw were in good physical shape. They were walking outside, they were running to the beach, walking with dogs and friends. They were engaging in physical activity, and I actually saw a local gym, and in the upper right-hand corner is a picture of them taking a fitness class, and as you can see, there's different levels. The bottom photo is of the El Segundo Dog Park. So no one I really saw was smoking or appeared to be in unhealthy behavior activities. People in 90301 Inglewood area, the total population is just over 100,000. Mostly Caucasians, 23.3. African Americans are 43.9. American Indian is 0.7. Asians, 1.4%. Hispanic Latino make up the greatest percentage of 15.6, and other is 4.1. So only 72.5% of people 25 or older do have a high school degree or higher. and 18.2 have a bachelor's degree or higher. So I did see a lot of homeless people wandering the street with shopping carts filled with their personal belongings. As you can see in the upper right-hand photo, there's this homeless man and he just has all his junk there. There's also a lot of dogs wandering the streets without collars. So as you can see, the bottom right-hand corner is a picture of a dog running the streets, which is really sad. So the majority of people I see were overweight. They're coming out of fast food restaurants like In-N-Out, Burger King. I also saw some very emaciated, skinny people that looked like they were on drugs. I saw a lot of people smoking and coming out of liquor stores in brown paper bags, so I'm guessing it was alcohol. So services 90245. There are multiple grocery stores and farmers market every Thursday. There are fast food restaurants, but mostly sit down, and they have new large restaurants, mostly organic. There's elementary, middle, and high school. They're both public and private, and they have different daycare centers, not just for children, but for animals as well, like doggy daycare. There's at least 4 small churches in the community. There's a lot of large parks and recreational centers. As you can see in the top right-hand corner, a program is going on in the recreation center. There are 2 large dog parks for small-sized dogs and large-sized dogs, and the community has a bus pickup for local senior citizens, and also transportation is available. Services in 90301. There are many gas stations and convenience and liquor store stations. I only saw 1 large grocery store, which was pretty busy. There are small churches, and there's 1 large one. Inglewood has a unified school district, and I saw it as middle school and high school. I didn't see any daycares. They did have big parks, but they were mostly dirty, and I observed a lot of homeless people there with their belongings and their bikes and shopping carts. They do have the Inglewood Transit Center, which is the bus stop, and that's on the bottom right-hand photo. And obviously, Sentinel Hospital is the only hospital in the area. There's also the Inglewood Farm and Hollywood Park Casino. Economics. So in El Segundo, the total population age 16 and older is 73.1% for civilian labor force. This houses the Chevron power plant refinery in the upper left-hand corner. The Chevron actually funds an El Segundo Blue Butterfly Preserve, and that is part of our economy. It also contains large shopping centers and food centers. Like the Point here, that's a new center with a lot of foods and shopping areas. There's also Soul Cycle, workout areas. There's several private practices, including cosmetic, dental, and health practices. Economics in 90301. So in civilian labor force, total percentage population of 16 and older is 67.4%. The major hospital is Sentinel Medical Hospital, which is in the upper left-hand corner, and it's a less than 5-mile radius of the community to provide healthcare jobs. Also, the Raiders football stadium is currently under construction, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. Once this is completed in 5 years, it will have major sports events and will bring in money for the community. Community health issues. So 90245, the disability is only 3.1 as opposed to the disability is 8.3 in Inglewood. Nutrition weight status for El Segundo 90245. You see more healthier, lower number of overweight people. They engage in physical activity. And the environmental health, there is poor outdoor air quality by Chevron Refinery in LAX. So 90301, the nutritional status overweight, the physical activity is low, unsafe neighborhoods, lack of community parks. There's a high rate of heart disease, diabetes, stroke. And this are obtained from Healthy People 2020 and U.S. Census Bureau. Community resource for 90245. So Teddy's a preschool program for young children. It's kind of like a head start for the preschoolers. TLC is 10 to 11 care programs, which is available for after school activities for kindergarten and elementary school students for those whose parents worked past school hours. Neighborhood watch programs are in place for extra set of eyes and help for the police department. They have Super CPR Saturdays, which are hosted by the El Segundo Fire Department. And every Saturday of the month, residents can receive free CPR training. There's also CERT, which is a training program that's free to residents, businesses, churches, families in the community that help on what to do for big disasters and emergencies. In 90301 Inglewood area, they do have recycling programs, which is mandatory for local businesses. They have the Inglewood Public Library, which provides free access to books, summer ballet programs, as well as graffiti programs that help clean up the city. So community strength for 90245 is strong sense of community. They do take pride in their city. It's a low crime rate. They have farmers market, good school systems, large recreational centers, great fitness centers, and it's close to the beach. 90301 has good transportation systems. It's in close proximity to other cities, excellent hospital within an area, affordable housing, and they do have the new sports center coming, and that will provide large business opportunities. So to stakeholder interviews, I interviewed Senior Minister John from Hilltop Community Church. He says that El Segundo is small, but it's a strong spiritual community. They take pride in their community, and there's nothing really bad about El Segundo. The Chevron refinery has taken extensive measures to maintain and create ever-improving safety records. Air and flare emissions have been drastically decreased. This has reduced the amount of population. In Inglewood, the director of admissions at Centinela Hospital, the major problems is the health problems are out of control, including poor eating habits. Many are obese with diabetes, hypertension, heart disease. Hospital readmissions are high due to lack of education and refusal to make changes. Some of the youth have poor guidance, so social services are actively involved, especially with the temptations of alcohol, smoking, drugs, and violence. So community interviews 90245, I interviewed a 37-year-old male that was originally from New Zealand. He's been living in El Segundo for 6 years, married with no children. He is a shareholder, general manager, and personal trainer. He loves El Segundo, and even though it's small, it's a strong community and offers plenty of resources. When I asked about the Chevron and LAX in regards to Hyperions, he says that he's not worried about this and it doesn't bother him, and he knows that it is tightly regulated. 90301 is a 68-year-old female living in Inglewood. She's widowed with 3 grown children. She's on disability for renal disease because she's on hemodialysis. She did mention that the transportation means are good for her dialysis. There's a great hospital in close proximity. She also mentioned that her neighborhood is not safe. She does hear gunshots at night, and she hears people yelling in the street, making weird noises. She says that her block is nice and she knows her neighbors forever, but she would have moved out a long time ago if she had the money. And when asked about the construction of the Raiders Stadium, she did say that she's not fond of people coming into cramming the small area, but she did mention she was happy to give more job opportunities to the community. So 90245 reflection, this is a wonderful area, has expensive housing, large park, safe neighborhood, and the 5-minute drive to the beach is beautiful. I felt comfortable going around in my car and taking photos. People are actually very interested in knowing what I was doing. This area is definitely an area where I would want to raise a family. 90301, on the other hand, the majority of the houses and convenience stores are really run down. It definitely needs some major assistance. I felt safe driving around during the day. However, this is not a place that I want to be driving at night nor walking around at night. And I didn't know how the residents would react when I was taking photos, so I kind of sneaked them. So this area does not support health, and I don't ever want to live in this place. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching.